Hello, this is Verulian, and this is the Trial of the Fool guide, now updated to Content Pack 2, which introduced an extra 11th charm notch. Now here, the charms you'll want to equip are Shaman Stone, Flukenest, Spell Twister, Mark of Pride, and Nailmaster's Glory. As you can see, this is mainly a spell-centered build. Shaman Stone increases the damage of every spell. Flukenest makes the Shade Soul or Vengeful Spirit spell extremely powerful. It's crucial to this build. Spell Twister makes the beast fight at the end a bit easier. Mark of Pride is just to make nail combat easier and boost a bit of soul collection to make it less of a pain to hit enemies with the nail. And Nailmaster's Glory is very helpful for one-shotting various enemies, including Death Loodles, Armored Squits, and Primal Aspids, which are the main problem. So, these are the charms. Void Heart is not required. Now, you want to start, or want to attempt, the Trial of the Fool with as many health upgrades and soul upgrades as you can, along with Pure Nail and all the dark spells, as you can see here. Now, the main spells you are going to be using in this Trial of the Fool are Descending Dark and Flukenest. Flukenest mainly, though Descending Dark can be useful for the iframes, invulnerability period, that is, after using it, which is very helpful to avoid damage. Now for this first wave with one sturdy fool and one heavy fool, you'll just want to cast Flukenest once to deal with each of them, like so, and then just kill these armored squits using your regular nail. You can either Abyss Shriek to deal with that Primal Aspid, or cast Flukenest, or charge up a Great Slash. Those three spells all deal enough damage to one-shot the Primal Aspid, which is extremely helpful. Now, for Winged Fools, you either want to attack them from above or from below. That is either pogo or jump up and hit them from below. Now here, you have two sturdy fools spawning on either side. What you want to do is jump up on a platform. They mostly will not attack you, although they can throw saws up onto the platform, so you need to be careful of those. Flukenest, that winged fool. And now for these battle obels, you need to be careful to avoid their projectiles that they shoot. But for the most part, you can just pogo them into the spikes, or just wait for them to kill themselves on the spikes. These Furious Vengeflies are best dealt with just with the regular nail. And once you've done that, you can just super dash and cling onto the wall, while these Bellflies kill the heavy fools that spawn. Then you can just super dash off the wall. And now for these Death Loodles, again, as mentioned, use Great Slash. Since it one-shots them, and with Nailmaster's Glory, it's very quick to charge up. Ooh, just got that one out of range a little bit. Now here you can kill one of these Death Loodles as it spawns, which is very helpful. And then just hide under this center platform, which is relatively safe. You can get hit, as you can see, but for the most part, you'll be very safe. And you do have a few chances to heal. You can also kill that one center Death Loodle in one hit as well, and then just deal with all of those. Now here, you want to charge up a Great Slash immediately to deal with one enemy. And now, again, either use Flukenest or Great Slash. For these Primal Aspids, you want to make sure you dodge those, as that is the main priority. You can heal by standing on one of the platforms far away from the enemies. And then, once you've dealt with all of them, you can stand on this top platform, and the Garpede will not damage you, as it is a little bit too high to do that. Again, charge up Great Slash, deal with one of the armored squits, if possible. And, ooh, did that a bit wonkily. That's even a word. Now, here you just use the nail, mainly, if that's an option, and deal with all the enemies. Flukenest again on that Primal Aspid to kill it, as that is the most dangerous enemy in the area. Now, Flukenest kills the Mantis traders in one hit, which is very useful, but you do need to be careful that the Mantis Petras don't hit you with their shots. Now, they do shoot out their saws at a pretty consistent timing when you are close enough to them, so you can just get used to the timing of the Mantis Petra shots and kill them that way. Now, these mistakes spawn, 3 mistakes, and then a Soul Warrior spawns shortly after you kill them, so you can leave one mistake alive in order to make it easier to deal with the Soul Warrior, and also allow you to have some time to heal. Okay, I was supposed to pogo there. If you don't have enough soul entering this section, you can deal with the first Volt Twister and the Soul Twister with your nail only to build up some soul. And now once you've got enough soul, you can just cast Flukenest to kill the Volt Twister. Okay, well, that didn't work. Or you can use Abyss Shriek if it actually works. Alright. For this Soul Warrior again, use Flukenest twice to kill it. Or if you don't want to do that, then just use the nail regularly. Now this is leading into the no floor section. What you want to do is use as few spells as possible to build up soul for the Brooding Molech fight. Cast Flukenest twice, and then it should be fairly easy from then on. Heal up as you have a chance to do so. Now with these Garpies that go down, you can get a fairly significant amount of soul. Okay, missed that one, but you can Dream Nail these guys to get a bunch of soul. The timing for that Dream Nail is a bit tight, so you may not want to do that if you aren't confident in the timing. Flukenest, one of them, one of the armored squits that is. You could also Flukenest the Winged Fool, but that requires a bit more accuracy, which I lack apparently. Now, Flukenest the top weak enemy, and by weak enemy I mean anything that can be one-shotted with Flukenest, which is actually a majority of the enemies in the game, in fact. Now for these battle obels, you want to, again, make sure that you avoid their 4-way projectile firing patterns. I'm greatly butchering this fight. But once the ceiling lowers down, you want to get the timing right and pogo on top of the armored squits as they spawn in, and that will push them into the spikes and kill them instantly, which is what you want to shoot for. Now for these Death Loodles, you could use Great Slash to deal with them, but I'm a bit lazy and I choose to just wall cling with Super Dash down in the lower right or lower left of the arena. This is a fairly safe location. You will rarely get hit by the Death Loodles in that spot, though it still is possible. Now again, Flukenest is your friend. Kill the grounded enemies with Flukenest, and you'll find that the trial is quite easy. Now here, you want to gather soul, because it's getting really close to the Beast and God Tamer fight. Now for the Volt Twister, you want to deal with this Heavy Fool prior to killing the Volt Twister. I mean, you could kill the Volt Twister first, but the Heavy Fool is a bit more dangerous, as for the Volt Twister, all you need to dodge its attacks with is just movement. All you need to do is move around to dodge the electricity, and so that's pretty much it. Now here, you want to deal with the Winged Fool first, as it's a flying enemy, but it also floats or flies down fairly close to the ground, and as such, it is a bit dangerous. while you're grounded. And you have a little less control in midair. Now once you kill all these enemies, then it's time for the God Tamer fight. Now, position yourself around the middle of the arena, as the God Tamer herself will jump around to where your location is. Then, Flukenest cast on the beast as many times as you can, and then Flukenest again. It only takes 5 Flukenest casts, and they don't even have to be complete connecting casts, as the beast has 500 health, if I recall, and each Flukenest deals 112 damage. So you can just fire 4 in the very beginning of the fight with the soul spell twister and a full soul vessel, and then you just wait for your soul to regenerate from the soul in the 3 additional soul vessels if you conserved soul enough in the preceding waves to the God Tamer. And that's pretty much it. You do want to know how to dodge all of God Tamer's attacks, but it's not really that necessary, as you basically got it 4/5 of the way down in the first few seconds, and all it really has the chance to do is one attack. So that's pretty much it. That's the Trial of the Fool. Again, Shaman Stone, Flukenest, Spell Twister, Mark of Pride, and Nailmaster's Glory. And now you should be done with this Colosseum. All 3 trials. Congratulations.